My first question is just, can you tell us a little bit about how you first came into doing qualitative work?
Okay. Well, I got a bachelor's degree in cultural anthropology, and from this university, Wisconsin. And instead of going on to grad school right away, I got involved with working with people who are underprivileged and oppressed in various ways. I wound up in Los Angeles doing that kind of thing, and met my wife there, who's English. And so then I went to England, and we were very naive. We tried to have a people's unemployment center that we opened in a squat in London. And that didn't work very well. And then we moved to Liverpool, and there's a school in Liverpool that was shut down by the local authorities. It's named Croxteth. And it serviced a working class community. And there's a real militant tradition in Liverpool because of the dock workers. And they took over the school in protest. And I wanted to help them out, so I went over there. And they said, great, we need teachers because we're going to run this until the end. And so around the same time, I met a professor at an organization in England called the Socialist Society. And I told him what was going on. I said, you know, I'd really like to write this up as a dissertation for a PhD. And he said, oh, wow, yeah, apply to us. So that's how I got into qualitative research. It was real participatory action research. And it was an amazing experience because it was something that never could have happened in this country. When the police were sent to take back the school, the labor unions came out and blocked them. They tried to cut off the electricity, and the labor unions put the electricity back on. They provided free food for the kids for a whole year. The labor movement's very strong there. So I basically did an ethnographic study while I was working in this school, and I was interested in a lot of things, urban sociology, social movements, because this was one, but also what kind of pedagogy would we have in a school that we took over. It was a chance to change the curriculum and pedagogy to make it actually relevant for working class kids, because in England the class system's very, very blatant, and it's very hard for working class kids to do well on these standardized tests. So it was just a very interesting year. And then after that, I got the PhD and got a job at University of Houston, and I'd done qualitative research, so they asked me to teach a course in it.
So to go back for 1 second, can you talk a little bit about how you would think about what constitutes, to use your words, real participatory action research?
Okay.
And also kind of the pedagogical formation process in the school.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, in terms of participatory action research, which I think is, in qualitative research, is an ideal case because it means you're doing research with people, not on people, and you are deferring to them as much as possible, following their lead, and trying to make the research useful to them. I felt guilty a lot because I was getting a PhD out of this, and the people I worked with weren't, and that didn't feel right, but I did it anyway. And published a book on it later in my name. I mean, I wrote it and everything, but I would, in an ideal case, in participatory action research, you would have collective publications. You know, it wouldn't be just one person. So I guess the main idea there is if you can go into a community You want to be of use to the people. You don't want to have your agenda determine what you're studying. You follow their lead. That's participatory action research. And you're not just doing research. You're doing whatever it is that the people are doing. In this case, running a school illegally. It's great.